Hey there, and welcome to Longtail University. My name is Spencer Hawes, founder of Longtail University. You may also be familiar with some of the other projects that I'm involved with, including the software I created, Longtail Pro, and my blog over at nichepursuits.com. I've been building online businesses for about a decade now, and so I'm happy to share with you some of the lessons that I've learned along the way. In particular, Longtail University is focused on helping you find low competition keywords, develop an effective keyword strategy, and ultimately grow the traffic to your site through content marketing and natural rankings in Google. After the series of classes in this university, you will have the knowledge needed to take your own website to the next level, thanks, of course, to your keyword research skills. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, we're going to be talking a lot about long tail keywords, so I think it's very important that we discuss what is a long tail keyword anyways, because a lot of people may not know or they may have differing opinions. So first, I want to debunk the single biggest keyword research myth that there is out there. The myth is that a good keyword always is a high volume, high traffic keyword. A lot of people think that if you find something that gets searched for a lot of times every month, that's what you should be targeting all the time. And that is absolutely false. And we're going to discuss this in detail. But that's myth number one. Why is this a myth? Well, often big, high volume keywords are exponentially more difficult to rank for. And so everyone wants to rank for them. And so there's so much more competition, making it extremely difficult and nearly impossible many times for somebody like you or I that don't have this massive budget. There's a lot of challenges that come with trying to rank for keywords that get this high search volume and are very competitive. You need lots of money, energy, human capital, time, and sometimes even a little bit of luck. And unless you are a major brand with a major budget, you're probably going to see a lot of goose eggs. You're going to see a lot of zeros in your account just because, well, everybody else is already trying to rank for these high volume keywords. So the solution is pretty simple. But to really understand it, we need to take a step back and go back in time to 2004. So back in 2004, Chris Anderson wrote an article called The Long Tail in Wired magazine. He was the editor of the magazine at the time. And it really is a very important principle to learn. The basic idea behind his article was that the best way to make money in the media business, he talked a lot about the music industry and selling books in particular, is not to sell millions of copies of extremely popular products, but instead, it's much easier to sell a few copies of millions of products. So as we look at this long tail graph, at the head of the graph where it's red here, these are the very popular, the best-selling either music titles or book titles. So you might, and the best way to perhaps think of it is Amazon. So Amazon could focus on only selling the top best-selling books or the top-selling albums. And they would sell a lot of product. Very true. But as it got cheaper and cheaper, the shelf space, essentially, to hold the less popular titles, Amazon could make more and more money because they offered millions of titles. As you go down into the long tail, this products line, the yellow colored part of the graph, you get less and less popular books or music or movies or whatever that may be, but there's still somebody out there that wants to buy that deep track. Maybe it's only 1 or 2 sales a month, but to hold that title, it doesn't cost Amazon anything. And in this article, he compares and contrasts that against physical bookstores that it costs them a lot to have shelf space. So they couldn't sell the millionth popular book or movie title or music because it costs them a lot of money. So online commerce has changed everything. The long tail, there's these very obscure things that only sell a few, but combined, the long tail actually equals more sales than the head of the tail. And so we can apply this exact same principle to keyword research. Again, the basic idea here is that the best way to capture organic traffic and to make money, of course, is to not try and rank for the competitive, high-volume keywords for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, but instead it's much easier to rank for lots of low competition keywords. These moneymakers are called long tail keywords. So if you look at the graph again, the very popular search terms are in the head of the graph. So you got things like credit card, vacations, hotels. These 1 or 2 word phrases typically are very competitive in the tail. But as you move to lower and lower search volume, that is the long tail. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the phrase itself is longer, but the long tail actually means the graph itself. The tail of the graph gets thinner and thinner with less and less search volume. Typically, this does mean that the keyword phrase is going to be longer, but really the definition of the long tail is what you're looking at here on the screen, is the tail of the graph itself. It's less and less popular. So that's all very great in theory, but how exactly does it affect the bottom line of your business? Well, it depends on your business, and we're going to cover all of those here. So here's how targeting long tail keywords can help in a few different types of businesses. For example, if you are properly targeting long tail keywords and you're an independent site builder, someone similar to me where I'm building out either affiliate sites or niche sites many times, it brings your total costs way down because you have less competition out there and it's easier to rank for. It can actually bring in more traffic overall. Again, there's more traffic in the tail than there is actually in the head terms. And by targeting more specific problems, this leads to higher conversions. You'll be able to rank for targeted keywords much faster by targeting these low competition keywords. And you'll also have the ability to have lots more content ideas. There's so many ideas by targeting these long tail keywords. And of course, you will not need to do more link building. You can do less and less link building and still be able to rank for keywords. But there's other types of businesses. If you just have a strictly online business, this may be an e-commerce store or something similar. Again, it brings your costs way down, your traffic is up, you'll easily be able to reach all the different sub-niches in your market and many other things, but it works great for online businesses, e-commerce stores. This strategy of targeting long-tail, low-competition keywords also works great for brick and mortar businesses. As you are doing blogging and content marketing, this can help you show up in Google where people are searching for your services in your area. And you may also be the only business in your market with a good blog. There's not a lot of physical brick and mortar businesses that are out there doing online marketing like they should. And so if you're targeting these very low competition keywords, you might be the only one out there. Your competition doesn't even know about this strategy. And then, of course, your marketing budget will go much further if you're able to do this type of marketing properly. However, no matter what kind of business that you have, by properly targeting long tail keywords, it almost always equals more money. And that's what we all want at the end of the day. So now that I've given you some of the theory and the overall big picture of long tail keywords, hopefully you're on board. And if you are, I want to share with you just a few things that you're going to be learning throughout Longtail University. You're going to be able to learn what makes a good keyword, what makes a bad keyword, how to target these keywords with content, how to use the keywords to generate revenue, and then, of course, how to leverage different keyword modifiers to target even longer tail keywords. I'm going to share with you 2 or 3 tools that I use to find endless keywords, how to create keyword-driven content strategies, how to track your actual keyword ROI, and then to how to out long tail your competition, how to one up them, how to think a little bit differently. Google's 10 biggest ranking factors, and a whole lot more. There really is. In other words, this is not just a general knowledge course, but really this is supposed to be specific, something that you can apply. It's the nitty-gritty tactical course that teaches you very ROI-driven techniques that we use to create very profitable businesses. So with that, I want to kind of whet your appetite. I want to give you a few examples of sites that are really crushing it with long tail keywords right now. And there's certainly a lot of examples out there, but hopefully the few that I give here are within the realm of possibility. The first example site that I want to share with you is rightchannelradios.com. This is an e-commerce store where they're selling CB antennas, mounts, CB radios. It targets lots of different long tail keywords. It's ranking for about 1,300 different keywords at any given time. Its revenue, of course, comes directly from sales on its site, but it gets daily traffic of about 24,000. So it's a great site. It's targeting these long tail keywords and is ranking for them. An example keyword that it does rank for is CB radio antenna mounts. And I wanted to share that one because it's a very long tail phrase. It only gets searched for about 170 times per month. So it's nothing to write home and brag about. But by targeting lots and lots of little keywords like this one, where it only gets, maybe a few hits per day, in aggregate, all of its keywords, it's getting daily traffic of over 24,000 visitors per day. Now, the next example that I want to share with you is more of a niche site. It's bestdigitalpianoguides.com. So this is just a small little affiliate site that's monetized with Amazon Associates. It's ranking for about 554 different keywords. Its daily traffic is still great for a small affiliate site, 3,000 visitors per month. And an example keyword is digital piano reviews. And so if you go to this site, you can see that it reviews lots of different pianos. And because of that, it is ranking for lots of different long tail keyword phrases. And the final example site that I wanted to share with you is nichepursuits.com. This is my own blog, and so I felt like it was necessary to at least show something that I have created that is successful. So nichepursuits.com ranks for well over 800 different keywords. Its revenue comes from either affiliate sales or software sales or my own products. The daily traffic is around 3,000 or so. And one example keyword that I'm ranking for is Amazon affiliate WordPress. Again, I wanted to share a longer tail keyword, one that's not getting thousands and thousands of searches a day, but to show you what's within the realm of possibility, I'm ranking for this particular keyword. It gets searched for a few times each month, but because I'm targeting so many different phrases, it adds up to over 3,000 visitors a day. And I've been able to build up significant businesses based on that. Longtail Pro gets a lot of its traffic directly from nichepursuits.com. And of course, thankfully, you've all found me, and many of you probably through nichepursuits.com. So these are just a few examples that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to be sharing many, many more throughout Longtail University. But whether you own just a regular blog yourself like nichepursuits.com, or you have an e-commerce store like rightchannelradios.com, or you are just trying to build small affiliate sites like the digital piano site that I shared, or if you have your own brick and mortar store, it doesn't matter the type of site that you own right now or are planning on creating. By using and targeting long tail phrases, long tail keywords, it can make your life much easier because the competition is lower, but you can also do much better because conversions can be greater because people are longer down the road of their buying decisions. So, are you ready? Are you ready to go on to the next lesson? I hope you're excited. I hope you're pumped. I am. So hold on to your seats. We're just getting started.